Hey guys, we're gonna make some easy veggie soup, so stick around for the recipe. Alright guys, so this soup is super duper easy and it tastes pretty much homemade. It's vegan, the whole family likes it. It's kid tested, mother approved. So the first thing I start with is some avocado oil in the bottom of my Dutch oven. And as you see, I have a frozen package of soup vegetables that I just threw in there, and I'm seasoning with some onion powder, garlic powder, kosher salt, and pepper. And you just season that to taste. You don't want to use too much salt because in this recipe I'm going to be using a boxed vegetable broth, and it's not low sodium, so you want to make sure that you don't over salt it. Another thing that I did add was some Italian seasoning on top. And we're just gonna cook that down. I would say that I cook it for about 10 minutes just to kind of soften up the vegetables and to get them unfrozen. And here I'm just stirring it all up. And I add one small can of drained kidney beans. I've drained them and I rinsed them off. And I let that cook for about 5 minutes. And then now I'm adding the vegetable broth. 2 boxes of vegetable broth. So 64 ounces if I'm not mistaken. Once I get the vegetable broth in, I let the vegetables in the vegetable broth cook together for about 10 minutes, and I bring it to a boil. Let me stir it all up. Here I'm adding some Himalayan pink sea salt. And then I get the fancy idea to add some tomato paste. This is about 4 teaspoons or maybe 2 tablespoons. I didn't really measure it, but I knew that it would give me some rich, deep flavor, kind of bring some more flavors together. And it gives you the umami flavor that a lot of like our meats and things have. So it was a good addition to the soup. That's my daughter asking when it will be done because I was cooking this at night. And then my youngest son also wants to know when it will be done. Alright, so that was me just looking through, making sure there are no more piles of tomato paste. And that's the top of it. And then it takes about 10 minutes to bring it to a boil. So now that it's boiling, I put 3 cups of bowtie noodles in the pot. I would say if you're not a noodle person, you can go ahead and maybe put 2 or 1.5. But I know that I'm not going to be the only one eating it, and my kids love noodles, so it did end up being on the noodle heavy side. And then you just want to cook your noodles as if you were cooking them in a pot of boiling water. So this type of noodle took 7 minutes. If you wanted to make this Daniel fast approved, you could use some of those noodles, the garbanzo beans noodles, or they have different type of vegetable based noodles where it would still be Daniel fast approved. So we're just gonna let that cook for 7 minutes. And as you cook it, it is gonna get a little bit thicker because the pasta is cooking in the broth, and so then you're technically left with some pasta water in the soup. And that's me taste testing it. A little bit of broth, and I ended up not needing any more seasoning. Again, this took me about 30 minutes, and I would say I plan on eating on this for a couple days. I'm the only vegan in the house, but everyone else, if I make something good, they'll eat it. So and my son's happy because he gets the taste test. He's asking me for more juice. He wants more broth. Try not to give him so much because I don't want him to spill it on himself and burn himself. So I drained it off, but then gave him a little bit. Me giving you the thumbs up. Delicious, quick, easy, and will last a couple of days. And that's what it looks like from the top.